friends, and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Kate. This is the 4th episode in a digital planning series that I am doing, and this one is all about the block schedule and how I plan out my days. So you are going to see how we go from this to this in this video. Honestly, this is the way that I have found. I've tried different productivity systems over the years, but this is the way that I found is the absolute most productive. So I'm going to show you my daily planner page here. And I've talked about this in the other videos if you've watched the other videos in this series, but I'm going to show you how I set up for a day. So I always start this the night before. Usually most of it is done the night before. Sometimes things get added in the morning, but I like to do this the night before, so I already know when I wake up what needs to be done. So first we have, I'll just make this big for you so you guys can see it. Hit my pen tool here so I can write. Let's do a fun color. Let's do purple. So I actually like to do 3 of these at a time. So I always write in the date so I know what I'm not messing up. So today I'm going to write in September 18th. September 18th is tomorrow. Obviously, I'm sure by the time you're seeing this video, September 18th will be past, but September 18th is tomorrow. I am going to write in my prep. Now my prep looks the same almost always. So, as you can see, Bible and coffee. I don't normally write coffee, but I always have my coffee as I'm doing my Bible time. Sometimes if I'm starting a new devotional or a new Bible study, something like that, I will write the actual devotional in there, but usually I know what I'm doing, so I simply just write Bible and coffee. I know what that means. Then I have my journal, my meditation, affirmation, then yoga or a walk, and then half an hour of work. So depending on what time, or if I know I'm gonna have a late night and I'm not gonna get up at my normal early time, then, you know, sometimes I won't have this work block, but I like to have at least a half an hour to work before my kids wake up. So this is pretty much standard what my prep time looks like, having a prep time as a mama before your kids get up. Oh, I forgot to write shower. So I don't always shower, but I feel much better when I do, and especially if I have to go out or do something, I will make sure my shower happens in the morning. Often my shower happens midday at nap time, but I like to do it in the morning, and I feel much more productive when it's done in the morning. So this morning block is from when my kids wake up. So I'm going to write 5 to 7 a.m. up here. So 7 is, Rosie's usually up before 7. She's kind of lingering in as I'm finishing up my work, or sometimes when I'm in the shower. My morning block is usually from 7 to noon. So this is where I write everything that needs to happen in the morning. I don't know why, but just seeing my day blocked out like this in chunks just really helps me and keeps me so much more productive. Here I will write anything from feeding the kids breakfast. I have days Rosie's in preschool. I do school drop times too, because that just takes me another half an hour, because Rosie's preschool is quite a bit further from our house. So that just takes me an extra half hour. I know that that's going to take a little bit longer, so I will always write little details like that, so I know not to pack too much into this time. I am homeschooling now, so I'm adjusting this a little bit. Normally morning is when we do any of our outside of the house activities. I like to get that done in the morning, but I'm just finding with homeschool that we need to get right to work, so I've been doing more of my errands in the evening and afternoon. So we're still adjusting to this, but that's the best part of just having it into these blocks. You just move your errands to a different block, and you know, things that you would normally do, you can just adjust from there rather than having specific times, or rather than making one big long to-do list. Just having it in specific blocks knows you need to accomplish that, and then if you have white space and you've checked off everything in this box, it's a good day, because you can either start on something from the next box, or you can just simply enjoy the fact that you planned your day well and you have white space. So I will write everything that I need to do in here. Now this is homeschool time, so I'm writing language arts. I know this day is going to be a science day. We alternate science and like geography, history. So this day is the science day. We're gonna do math, and I'm gonna read chapter, I don't get too detailed here, but I'm gonna read chapter 7 of the read aloud we're doing. I have a homeschool planner where I write more details, but I just know this is what needs to be done in that time, and it is just so satisfying to then come here, I'm gonna use red, and go along my day and So satisfying to go along and cross things off. I love when this whole thing looks like this with the cross-offs. But let's go back here. So midday, I would have written nap time. Like this, for me, this is nap time, but I know not everybody has a nap time day, but this is just the midday break, whether your kids have quiet time if you're home with them. I just think every mama needs a little bit of a break to kind of regroup from the morning and prepare for the afternoon, especially when your kids are napping. For me, this is a work block, so I would write work, and then if there's anything in specific, I know I need to film 3 videos. That's all I'm gonna do in that work block. Afternoon for me starts when I pick up, so I always write, oh, so sorry, this is 12 to 3, this is 3 to 5. So you can make these blocks whatever time works best for you. So we're gonna do pick up, then I'm gonna write one-on-one. I only have Marissa in school full time right now, so this is my one-on-one time with Marissa when she first gets home. Get them a snack, get them situated, start dinner, and afternoon chores. Something I forgot to write in here is my AM chores. So before we do homeschool, we like to do our AM chores, and just having it there reminds me, and depending on what day it is, I clean my house in zones. My husband's home right now, so I feel like this is a little bit off to how we're doing things, but this is not meant to like be a chain to hold you. This is just simply to help you navigate your day better. You can achieve more when you see it all laid out like this. So I know Fridays, for example, are sheets days, so we are doing sheets that day. So this is just a reminder that I know I need to change all the bed sheets, do the laundry. This is my major Friday zone cleaning chore that I do, so I write that in there. Afternoon chores is just simply picking up from the day and from school, and you know, I've got a toddler, well, 2 toddlers now. I've got a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old who simply destroy the house, so there's always an afternoon little pickup before we have dinner. And then my evening block is always starts with dinner. Sorry, should write 5:30. So my evening block is 5:30 to when the kids go to bed. So it always starts with dinner. It always ends with bed for kids. But, you know, what is happening in here? Do we have an activity after dinner, whatnot? So I'm just going to write pizza night in here. Movie. Fridays are kind of a chill night at our house for us, so there's not a lot to go on here, but it could be game night, whatever it may be. I write it all in there. It just helps me even to be intentional with my kids. You know, sometimes we do one-on-ones and we'll use Friday nights for I'll take one of them out to go get ice cream or to run an errand with me or whatever it is, but Friday night is because it's just kind of a chill night in our house. Once the younger ones are asleep, I sometimes will take the older ones out to run an errand with me. So I would write that in here as well. I don't have any specific plans for that tomorrow, so I'm not going to worry about that. And then before bed, for me, this is just a reminder. I often, you know, I'm a busy mom. I fall asleep with my computer open trying to get some work done or something like that. But having a before bed routine is really important. So for me, this is just a reminder. For me, from 8 to 9:30. So this is, you know, from 8 to whenever you go to bed. So for me, I'm gonna write 11:30. Trying to bring this down earlier so I can get up earlier, but anyways, I'm a night owl by nature. So 8 to 9:30. So for me, usually this means I'm doing a little bit of work and then spending time with my husband, and then I want to, you know, do my skincare routine and read. Sometimes if it's been a stressful day, I will meditate again. So those are just the things that I do before bed. But like I said, it is just so satisfying to go in through here and cross these off. Like that. This is not my system, this block system. I did not invent this. This has been around for years. The first time I heard about it was from another YouTuber, Jordan Page, and she explains it like in high school when you do your different classes, right? Like from 9 to 10, it's just geography, and from 10 to 11, you know, you put away all your geography stuff and it's now science. So just taking that philosophy of being completely focused on whatever it is, whatever you need to do in each block of time. So we're good at multitasking as moms, but nobody is productive when we're trying to do a million things at once. So when we know from 7 to 12, these are all that needs to get done, it just helps us to not only stay focused and not be worrying about I should try and get a little bit more work done in here. No, you've scheduled that out. You already have the time blocked here and here for work. You don't need to worry about doing any of that in your morning block. So just knowing, and then you get to, like I said a little bit earlier, you get to 11:30 and everything is crossed off here. Enjoy this white space. Don't worry about going on to this. And for me, I can't because my kids aren't napping yet, so I can't kind of get into it early. Just enjoy. Have another cup of coffee, go for a little walk, spend some time in the sun, whatever it is. But when you know your block is done, enjoy. If you really want to, maybe you do a little bit of dinner prep if you have half an hour. You can move that over here and that will give you a little bit of extra white space in your evening and your before bedtime and whatnot. So I always like to write out what I know I need to do that day, and then I want to write my focus. So if I know, for example, it's really ambitious to try and get 3 videos filmed. I know I want to film planner video for sure. Oh, let me go back to, sorry, I was still on marker. So if I know for sure that, yes, I would love to get these 3 videos filmed, but that's kind of pushing it in that time frame, then I will just write, I want to get the planner video done. And to be honest, because I am a work from home mom, today's focus are usually work related tasks. But sometimes if there's a doctor's appointment, it's going to take up a big chunk of my time. That is a focus because I know I want to be on time. It's going to take a couple of hours. I need to work around naps, whatever. So I would write that in here. So I always kind of look at what I know I need to do and realize that sometimes not everything is going to be able to be checked off. It's a really full day in particular. I definitely use this focus area and what are the 3 things, non-negotiables, what I want to get done that day. And then so I don't do this the night before. I usually start this in the morning. I have a whole gratitude practice that I do in my spiritual motherhood journal. I just think it's so important to focus on gratitude and what you're grateful for. It just helps with negative mindsets and, toxic thoughts and things like that, to be focusing on what you're grateful for. So I just like to have it again here. So, for fun, let's do, actually let's do purple. Well, obviously, whatever you want to put in there. Usually for me, I just put a simple sentence or one word or whatnot in here because I do have a more detailed gratitude practice. But maybe you're new to gratitude, so just having this little box is a perfect way to start. And then I also like to write in what I'm going to be doing for exercise that day, and then make sure I fit it into one of the blocks. So I know I'm going to do yoga and go for a long walk. I know for meals, I usually only write dinner in here, but it's pizza night. And then sometimes I'll write what I'm making the kids for lunch. So let's just say they're gonna have chicken Caesar wraps tomorrow for lunch. And breakfast for us, our kids kind of get their own, so I never really plan that. And then as I am going throughout my day, I just track my water. So this is the thing I'm coming back to multiple times in the day as I move on to the blocks. It's 12 o'clock. Okay, what am I working on today at 12 o'clock? Once 3 o'clock, I pick up my daughter. Okay, what else do I need to get done before dinner? And then I'm looking here, oh, I haven't drinking enough water. So it just reminds me to drink water. So I like to have this little water page on my daily planner as well. Well, I hope this was helpful for you. I really encourage you to try out the block system if you are struggling with productivity or just feeling overwhelmed with all of the things that you need to get done in a day. I think this is super helpful. I love having it laid out like this. I did design this page. This is the way my brain works best, but block systems are just super helpful to keep moms, busy moms, on task, especially for those of us who are now homeschooling and adding additional things to our schedule. This just helps, honestly. For me, this just makes the most sense to actually be the most productive that you possibly can in your day. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you are new. I would love to have you, and I will see you on the next one.